Hey, welcome back. Just polishing off hour one right here on Liquid Lunch. On Newsmax TV, I'm John Tobacco. We're at the Question Tequila Studios in downtown Manhattan, just down the street at the New York Stock Exchange. Stocks are just marginally trading today, kind of light day, down 50. Bitcoin down 30. We started to delve into this stuff a little earlier in the show, and we had New York Post columnist Maureen Callahan on here, and we brought up the whole Epstein issue, which gets my juices flowing again, because you know my conspiracy. He ain't dead. But ABC News got some egg on their face yesterday when one of their reporters, on-air folks, got caught on a hot mic talking about Epstein. Take a listen to this.
Tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so right now. Like every day I get more and more because I'm just like, oh my God, it was what we had was unreal. Other women backing it up. Hey, yep. Brad Edwards, the attorney, 3 years ago, saying there will come a day when we will realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific pedophile this country has ever known. And I had it all 3 years ago.
Amy Roback, I'm going to mix one up for cold one for you because you're going to need it. That is about as implicating as it comes, frankly.
You have to wonder, what was the agenda for... Now, keep in mind, 3 years ago, it's not as if people were viewing Jeffrey Epstein as being as pure as the wind-driven snow. 3 years ago, Jeffrey Epstein was already a convicted sex offender. There's no reason that his identity should have been shielded from the public. There's no reason this terrific investigative reporting that Amy Robach had could have done.
Why did ABC News kill an Epstein story? That's the question. Why? Who's pushing the agenda at ABC News? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't.
Is it George Stephanopoulos?
We'll check in.
Diminutive Dynamo?
Next hour, we're going to check in with Tracy Beans from Uncover DC. She's been just all over this story. She's been absolutely terrific. But got to give a shout out to the good folks over at Project Veritas for uncovering that information. My friend James O'Keefe. If you read James O'Keefe's last two books, by the way, he's kind enough to mention me in both. So James O'Keefe is an old friend, and a lot of media types really hate him. But coming up in about a half hour, we're going to talk with Tracy Beans and get her take on where we are with all this Epstein situation.
Phenomenal. I mean, does she agree with me that he's not dead?
I'm not going to speak for her.
Well, what do you think?
I am. I'm going to say that no, she actually has credible sources that maybe he was killed and didn't commit suicide. But no, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Hey, big thank you to New York City, by the way. Not only the city that birthed us.
Yes.
But you overwhelmingly voted in favor of ranked choice voting. So thank you for everybody that came out. We've been covering this extensively. Hopefully, this is something that will be expanded in New York City, and that other cities in the future will be looking at adopting in the near future. So, John, there's been a lot of talk about whether or not to name the name of this whistleblower, this Ukraine whistleblower. In fact, Rand Paul had some very serious take on this. If we have Senator Paul, I'd love to play what he had to say on this subject. You know, he was being told, reprimanded from the folks at The View and other senators, that it would be illegal to name the whistleblower. So Rand Paul was out there saying, no, that's not the case at all.
Not a whistleblower.
Listen to what Rand Paul had to say.
You know it's illegal to out a whistleblower.
Actually, you see, you got that wrong, too.
No, we don't.
We used to work on the facts. Here's the thing, yes. The whistleblower statute protects the whistleblower from having his name revealed by the Inspector General. Even the New York Times admits that no one else is under any legal obligation.
So now, John, Breitbart has published a story. It's a result of Real Clear investigations naming the whistleblower.
Good.
And
let's get him out
Donald
there.
Trump Jr. linked to that article this morning, and there's been a ton of criticism of him for naming this whistleblower.
You have to be in the agency to be a whistleblower, not go to another agency and say, tell a few of your friends that you want them to whistleblow on something you think you heard. So he's not an actual whistleblower to begin with. And, if you want to try to have the president impeached, you better have a handle on your facts and have some thick skin. But We got some thick skin over here because we call it like it is every single day, and we're going to do it again for you in hour 2 right after this.
So, John, with David and John, I would.